Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. We have some stuff to talk about, as always. Some Instagram posts, some Reddit posts, and a new video by Atozy talking about Jack Doherty's arrest. I think that'll be kind of interesting to look into a little bit. Jack Doherty got arrested. Cuffham cracked his head on the floor at a Playboi Carti concert. What more could you ask for? Not honestly, I don't. I hope he's okay. You never want to see somebody get hurt. But I did hear apparently. We'll get into it. We'll see it. We'll see it in a bit. But apparently, they were told not to be standing on the edge of the stage, leaning against this railing that ended up failing and left him tumbling down. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing on a fine Monday morning? Gotta rock the Garfield for the Monday, you know what I mean? Gotta have the Garf on. I disavow Jack Doherty, so true. I have never in my life been friends with Jack Doherty. Say it like I'm lying, even though it's completely true. I've never known Jack Doherty. Yeah, the consensus of all the Jacks. All Jacks must denounce Doherty, or else. The last name is just so funny to me. I always want to go Doherty. Doherty. But let's get into it. We're gonna start off with some Instagram posts, some of my favorites. I'm doing about as well as I can for a Monday morning. How about you, Cap? And about the same. I heard this once, and I think it's pretty good. I might have actually heard it from Gary. I think Gary said this from Ethan Klein's father. Um, Better than some, or worse than some, better than most. Is that what it is? It might be the other way around, but regardless, I'm doing all right. There are some people who got it a lot worse than me, so can't complain. Can't complain. Play "Let It Rock" by Kevin Rudolph featuring Lil Wayne. Maybe tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing another music stream tomorrow. But here's a little jet ski video. Jetstream Boats posted this. I don't even know. Is this just a lap pool, I guess? I don't know where this is located. It might have been built specifically for this.
2, 1.
You might be asking, why would they do that? Because why not? Hell yeah.
2, 1.
Do you take chat recommendations for music streams? I have a killer aux. See, the way it works is if you recommend something just in chat, it's up to my discretion. It's up to my discretion. If it seems interesting, I might play it. If I'm kind of like, we got other things lined up, might not. But then I do play any type of a super chat recommendation. Gotta keep it civil. Gotta keep it in line. Gotta keep everything above board. Holy shit, that's some yeehaw. So true. But yeah, I don't know. I guess is this like an actual? Oh, I guess this is what he does. This is his whole thing. Wow, a true professional. This makes me wonder if he has these things built up. It's clear that he builds them for this. That pool seemed like it was just a lap pool. Like this feels like it's just a lap pool that he's using for this purpose. And then I'm wondering, like, does this mess up the water in any way? Like, I don't know. I don't think it would, necessary. I mean, it's got chlorine in it already, right? It'll be fine. What am I thinking?
2, 1.
Honestly, if you go take a dip right after this, the water might be a little warm. I'm getting flashbacks of the Ace fam flooding their neighborhood with their jet skis in their pool. Yeah, but as you can tell, this guy, like I said about my music streams, this guy is also above board. Or you know what? I think I was wrong. I think this is literally built for this. The tiling at the bottom made me assume it's like a lap pool or something, but the way that these connect to another pool on this side that seems both shorter and just at like an odd separation to the other one. Very bizarre. Like the tiling on the bottom made me assume maybe that's just for him to stay straight so he knows that he doesn't he knows he isn't going to hit the sides. Imagine putting this together, this whole thing, this nice outside tiling, the tiling on the inside, putting it all together just for a single loop-de-loop. Listen to Blood Einstein on stream. Now see, that's a recommendation that I can listen to. Blood Einstein. We listened to Evil Pimp last stream. Or last music stream last Tuesday. This is from Goonbo Tube. My Uncle Trippin'. This is a pretty good one.
If you can get your feet on your hands like this and stand right on your hands.
Captain, have you ever watched H3 Stoned? Have I ever not? Whoa! Yes, many a time. See, I think that I've officially reached burnout status where I don't even get high anymore. It's like I smoke to keep a level of coherency. My brain's too fried without it. I've created a chemical dependence in my own mind. They said that it's impossible, but I proved them wrong. I was watching H3 while coming down from an edible, and it was an amazing experience. Love that. I love that for you. See, same with me, Captain. It's bad. You know, everyone says take a tolerance break. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Pointless. I watched the subathon on mushrooms. Was very fun. That feels like it took way longer than it should have. Were you tripping like this? I want to try H3 high soon. You got to do it. Get super faded. Hey, bro, it's only a few months away. 420 stream. Whoa. I want to do shrooms so bad, but I just don't know who to trust. It is complicated because I didn't know this until recently that mushrooms can have their own strains, similar to like weed in a way, where they have different effects depending on the different like types of mushroom. Not just like the difference between psilocybin and other, because there's. I love just having this up too. This guy's on mushrooms for sure, but there's a difference between like psychedelics and then there's like deliriants and like there's different types of mushrooms and different types of drugs that people try and give to others, and some people like it, a lot of people don't, and that's why you got to find people that you trust. I need to be sober right now, lol. I think I need to take a little break, to be honest, for my mental health, not for tolerance. Yeah, that's true too, because see, it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes when you have to realize like that you are growing like, and I'm not saying this is for you specifically, but I'm just saying like in general, I feel like we grow like an emotional dependence before some kind of like chemical dependence or actual physical dependence. And so what's important is being able to check ourselves mentally and kind of make sure that we're not creating habits that might not be addictions but are still like negatively impacting our lives. But to each their own as well. Did mushrooms during the Liver King episode. Just imagine how awkward it was for me. Yeah, watching them eat testicles, and you're like, am I imagining this right now? They're straight up eating testicles, and you're like, oh, weird. Also, 6'5", 275 doesn't help with tolerance. So true. No, yeah, I'm like 240. I'm like 6'2". I say I'm like, I've just started saying I'm 6'1", because I know I'm at least 6'2". I might be taller, I don't know, but I'm going to just stick with 6'1". So I'm like 6'1", 240. So my tolerance is also pretty high. Captain, would you stream with me if I did a high H3 stream? We can watch Calbra compilations. Yeah, that sounds fun. I'll do that with you. We can do that, and I'll trip sit for you, basically. I was trying to think of what the term is. Yeah, trip sit, but it's weed, so it's not the same. But yeah, you can be addicted to anything. I always find it funny when people say you can't, like, what about those people eating mothballs and paper and stuff? No, legitimate. I mean, and that's the whole thing, is knowing if you have an addictive personality. Because if you have an addictive personality, it doesn't matter how many things you quit. You're going to get off drugs, get on alcohol, get on gambling, get off gambling, get in gaming, and then you're addicted to gaming, and you do that for 16 hours a day. All of those things, when done, like, in an addictive state, is only going to be a detriment to your life. And it's like, regardless of what it is. You're addicted to eating, addicted to anything. I used to firmly believe you can't be addicted to weed, but if you have an addictive personality and you use it for the wrong reasons, it can definitely be classified as an addiction. No, yeah, and that's why I think it's, like I'm saying, you kind of have to know your own mental state and kind of know where your own limits are, your own limitations. Because I think, like, this is another part, like people who do psychedelics. If you've had a bad experience with a psychedelic, don't think that you need to try it again. Like, you need to prove yourself. You need to show, like, you need to overcome the drugs or whatever. Some people just have adverse reactions to certain chemicals. And so if you've had a bad experience with psychedelics, probably don't do psychedelics again, because I've had experiences with people who had in the past had negative experiences with psychedelics and were like, oh, actually I got over it, I'm fine. And then had a freak out and were, started acting very, very negatively, wanting to call the police and trying to fight with people, trying to, bad stuff. And yeah, it's complicated. Bro, I fucking love the waiting room more than H3 lately. Hey, we're starting to, we have a small little community here. It's going well, we can talk about things, have a little bit of a chat. And we all know that we have similar interests, so it melds well. That's why I thought doing an H3 waiting room initially was kind of an interesting idea. I stick to weed, nothing but. Yeah, I think that's you're so much taller than me. I always get told that people don't think that I look that tall when they see me, like, in photos or in other things. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know if it's just because I know that I'm slightly taller, but I always feel like I would look weird if I was short. Maybe I'm imagining myself having, like, a huge head for no reason. But let's see this one. Let's see this one real quick. My unk tripping. You guys think unk took a couple shrooms before this?
Look at this! Look at this! Ah! If you can get your feet on your hands like this, and stand right on your hands. Look at this! Look at this! Ah! If you can get your feet on your hands like this, and stand.
I'm pretty good at height checking people. I knew that Madman wasn't super tall. I assumed you were about average height. That's average, right? Isn't 5'9" average in America? Average height USA. Yeah, 5'9" for men and 5'4" for women. That's kind of what I assumed. I don't know. I just have this ability. There's something about it. You look at proportions. Sometimes there are people that are proportioned very oddly, though. That is also true. You see a guy with, like, a tiny torso but, like, super long limbs. And you're like, damn, bro. You could run on all fours. Another weird skill Captain has? Yeah, for sure. Bro, I'm below average. It's so over. Don't worry, tough guy. You're tough. That's all that matters. 5'1". I feel like I'm a different species sometimes. Me and my fiance is 5'1". We have a very big height difference. And we were at IKEA yesterday. We went to a bridal expo and went to IKEA yesterday. And when we were at IKEA, we were looking at like a step stool, like step ladders, because she wants to get one for the kitchen. And she stepped on it, and she was like, "Oh, look, now we're the same height." And I was like, "Oh, here, stand down for a second." She got down from it, and then I like squatted down to her height, and then she stood up on the thing again, so I could see what our height difference really was, and it was honestly shocking. I was genuinely like, "Oh wow," it was kind of intense. And I don't think you think about it as much as a taller person until you've like put yourself in the perspective of shorter people. Because like I guess I've never really thought about it because I hit like 6'1", 6 foot probably in like fifth, sixth grade. I got pretty tall pretty quick, and I just remember always being able to see above crowds, being able to look for people, scan the areas, kind of look over in certain shops. You know, when you're in like kind of local shops, you can look over the displays because they have like shorter displays, stuff like that. It was a really banger. It was a really banger day. Um, just know she can and will always see your boogies. I do know that. She tells me. Trust me. I just learned empathy for short people. I'm 6'5" and my wife is 5'6". Yeah, have you tested like the actual height difference where like kind of try and switch heights? It's a bit jarring. I've been 4'11" since 7th grade. Everyone is taller than me, even children. Hey, it happens to the best of us. See, you just have to think of your own, because that's the thing. Like I said, I can see above crowds, look over shelves or whatever. I also have a hard time fitting in certain cars. They all come with their benefits and their challenges, you know. Uh, I'm a short queen with a short king. We are adorbs. Love a couple, love a couple any kind. And unless they're an abusive couple, then that's bad. But I'll assume the best. Getting caught climbing the shelves and the walk-in is a common occurrence. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. It's either that or they have to buy a step ladder, and they're not going to want to do that, right? Now here's a little something. You guys, we have to start. We've been worried too much about the reptilians. We have to start worrying about the rabbitillions.
I've had to move again. The men in Paisley, I've learned, are working for the rabbitillions. 7-foot bipedal bunny people. They're terrifying.
They're terrifying.
But the cuboid of ancient, luminous wisdom is safe. I'm
But the cuboid of ancient luminous wisdom is safe. I love videos like these. This is how I'm gonna be as an old man. Just posting the craziest shit for no reason.
must keep it from the rabbitillions' giant bunny paws.
He's worried they're coming for him. How tall are the rabbitillions? Being tall, wearing platforms, and embracing your height around short alpha type guys is a very fun pastime. See, I do think that here's the thing. Short guys can either have the best aura or the worst aura. And I don't mean that in like the modern sense. I literally mean like the energy that they emanate into the atmosphere. Short guys are either the dopest people you ever met who are like actual badasses that can like that are awesome, or they got the Napoleon complex, and then it's an issue. If you can, like I'm saying, some people will be like, oh, some people hate tall people and will be like, you lanky freak. You got to learn to love yourself for who you are. Accept that not everybody's gonna vibe with you. And once you can get over that, then the Rabbitillions can never get you. once you stop worrying about the opinions of others, the Rabbitillions will fear your greatness. Watch the video he made of Dark City. This guy has a bunch of videos like this. I haven't seen his other videos. Gotta give him a follow then. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Is it this one?
Wandering the dark streets of Dark City on the planet Spunulon. Yeah. The human searches for the cuboid.
Yo, he found it. So he was in the search of the cuboid, but he found it. Oh my god. The lore runs deep with John Human. You could say that about any man or human, really. Haha. No, yeah, I think that's true. But that's kind of what I'm saying. Is I think that it's just more noticeable in shorter guys because it's like it's a defining feature of them. You know what I mean? Someone who is shorter, you can point out and be like, "Oh, I noticed that they were shorter." Whereas it'd be harder to point that out in like as it happens more commonly across men. And I think that that's why it's pointed out as like the Napoleon complex or just short man syndrome or whatever. But it is true, and that's why I'm just saying in general. I think that you need to love yourself first. How do you expect anybody to love you if you don't truly love yourself? Small penis and all. He gets me the H stands for human, so I remember the script. See, that is, yeah, exactly. That's another problem. You're right. You're right, because you should be. It's again, we always talk about fine line. You know, these lines you have to walk. These tight ropes that you get caught on, and it goes both ways. You are right that when you don't have any type of level of humility, like when you're a tall dude who's just like, huh, and you look like a lanky freak. And you just think you're like some Chad, but you're like, I'm 6'5", bro. And you weigh 125 pounds, and you're like, bro, I can see your organs. I can literally see your heart beating through your chest. It's crazy. Not even like you're nervous. Like, I can see your lungs expanding as you breathe. And they're like, what? The ladies love me. And again, to each their own. Maybe you love the emaciated. There's definitely a limit to things. To be fair, the Japanese legends say there were rabbit people on the moon. Oh, the Rabbitillions are real. John Human might be onto something. Chat, should I take a nap or stick out the sleepy? We'll be talking for a bit, so if you want to take a nap, feel free. Do what you got to do. Alex the Fiction, I pounded a whole tray of cornbread muffins yesterday. Hey, you gotta pound some cornbread. Like American Pie, except don't actually fuck cornbread. You know, I always thought that American Pie didn't make any sense. The fear of getting something in my urethra is always, no go. But yes, go check out John Human. I just gave him a follow. What about Rubber Player? How do we feel about Rubber Player? I was wondering if this was a fetish. I didn't realize until now his tie is rubber too. It's kind of impressive, you know, that he had this all put together. I'd assume that this is part of like the BDSM community. For those who don't know, that's a bondage and sadomasochism. Bondage, domination, and sadomasochism. Is that what the D stands for? Sadism and masochism, I guess. Is it sadomasochism or is it sadism and masochism? Whatever. But the Rubber Player. He has a bunch of rubber suits. He is shiny. He is very shiny. This one's kind of fire. You have the rubber player on your feed. It's so weird. Glad to know we have similar similar feeds. The rubber player. He's got the duster. Yeah. Ready for a shootout. That suit looks cool as heck. Which suit? You mean this one, Alex? This is I saw these back to back and I was like, oh my god. And this is Latex Luke. I'm not going to click his account. I don't know if there's anything else on his account. I looked at these images in the background. I don't think there's any nudity. There's one guy on Instagram that his wall behind him when he's recording is full of like nude images. It's like, you know, like pinup models and stuff from like Playboy, like old Playboy magazines, but it's just full, like all his entire wall is just naked women. So I had to look at this kind of intently. It doesn't look like there's anything, but this is Latex Luke. What's the vibe? I don't know, Flowers. I gotta be honest. What's the vibe right now? We're kind of just looking at, we were talking about height a minute ago. It's kind of gone off the rails. The squeakiness is a little much here. I'll turn off the audio. Let's make those bad vibes good. I love your attitude, Flowers. I'm wondering how he breathes in there. Or she. We don't discriminate. Oh, there's a tube here? Does that connect or something? I guess there's maybe some air. You'd eventually be breathing in the carbon dioxide, but I guess you have a limited amount of air supply for a point. Just taking a nap real quick. We'll move off from this one real quick. Captain, how did you escalate so quickly? Thank God I almost had to leave. Well, I'm glad you could stay. How much weight and sweat do you think they lost? Probably a lot. You know, they've got to be a skinny legend at this point. What if he's gassy? That's part of the fun, I guess. I don't know. I absolutely hate this. I think we're going to move on pretty quick. Why are we all watching BDSM fetish content together? What's going on, bro? Hey, Lester. We don't discriminate here. We talk about all cultures, all communities. We do not pick and choose what other people like. We can only gawk at it at times. And I don't mean to gawk, I mean to appreciate. Judgment. That's my alt, yes. I told you I used to be friends with a gimp. You know this. You should know this. If you know Cap and Quasar lore. I don't talk to him anymore. Last I heard, he's a monk. Now, how the tides turn. Guys, I think I converted my Fallen Fan coworker to like H3 again. That was way easier than I thought. See, it depends on the type of person, but if they're willing to listen, then I'm glad to hear that your friend wasn't completely lost. My brother just got Hasan's haircut. Oh no. Which one? See, I heard Ethan say it, and I'm like, I think this is just like common for a lot of guys, because I do the same thing. You just shave down to one height, like one length. You just always shave down to the same length. I just have a razor that I just hit with a 1. I haven't gone to an actual barber in like literal years. Like my hairline isn't bad, but it's definitely a little wonky just because I literally haven't gone to an actual barber. I think you could like low-key push my hairline back probably a few centimeters and it'd look fine. It's grown in for sure. But here is, I tapped into Christ's consciousness and I have began being able to speak an unknown language. I don't understand what is this language. So let's see if we can decipher it. We've got some people here in chat. You might be able to break it down, you know, with all of the different languages that we know here.
So I've started to tap into Christ consciousness and like alchemy and manifestations and stuff, and
I believe him. I'm turning him down though because he is super loud.
I've started to elevate, and I've been crowned as the king of the collective, and I've tapped into a language. I don't know what it is. Just like
Turning my volume up, I bet you regret it now. I just realized Cam and I think Harley both liked this too. This only has 7,000 likes, but both Cam Grants and Harley both liked this. Oh, I recognize this. It's bullshit. It's oh my god, it's nothingness. Why does the language involve eye twitching? It's like I mean it's like it's like the different languages that involve clicking. Like the Khoisan language. Khoisan language family. Oh. That's what's most prominently used. See, that's just that's what you have to realize is the eye movements are kind of like clicking in certain languages. You have to implement it in so that we can understand truly what you mean. Bro's actually just advertising his beatboxing skills. He's slow promoting his career. My coworker friend basically didn't stop watching abruptly. He just never followed, I guess, and the algo stopped recommending, and then eventually he saw snark-like TikToks and was like, whoa, fuck H3. See, I just find it kind of interesting because, like, no shade on anybody's friends, anybody's family, anybody's coworkers. I do just find it interesting how many people are just so willing to, like, hop on a bandwagon just from, like, individual things that they see. I guess it's just easy to just believe something because what you assume is most people risk their credibility by the like in the statements that they make, but that's only true like so far as that credibility actually mattering. You know what I mean? Because if they're just like a TikTok user or a Instagram user or even like a YouTuber, that credibility doesn't mean a whole lot. Really, credibility matters in terms of like scholarship and like actual, you know, any type of real authority on subjects, I suppose. Yeah, it's just adding body language to the language itself. Considering how mainstream it's become and how many people are spreading this, how could you not believe it? I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say. I mean, like I started off thinking like it's weird to just believe stuff, but I also get that you would just assume, like on face value, that like why would people lie for no reason? And that's still the question, right? Why are these people lying for absolutely no reason, for no gain, absolutely no gain? It's pitchfork mentality. So true. I try to get my friends into H3, but one of my besties is Jewish, and some of the jokes are hard to sell, or are a hard sell. You just have to go, no, but he's Jewish too, but he's Jewish too. They just go, but you're not. And you go, you start spiraling. You don't know what to say. I assume most people don't think people would just lie on the internet. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Is we were taught growing up is like everybody lies on the internet. Everything on the internet's lies. It's like a hard. I don't know. It's so hard to think about because really, like, we were taught growing up. Everything. The internet's full of liars. The internet's full of people trying to scam you, rip you off, steal your information. But then we're so quick to believe like people that are spreading information. I guess it's because we didn't learn. Like, from a young age, you probably need to learn about disinformation and misinformation and kind of learn the aspects of people implementing those to, like, keep, like, progressing their viewpoints and ideologies. Because we learn about propaganda and we learn about stuff like that, but I don't know. Sometimes it can be a bit more elusive, and I feel like we don't learn that as much. What about the homeschooled masses? Who told them? I was getting a little bit of hate when I was in Girl with a Microphone's chat. We were talking about it, and I was talking, and I don't think I kind of have taken my opinion back just a little bit, because I don't think it's just homeschooling. I think that it is just generally people have anchoring bias, and I think that homeschooling it may or may not have an effect on the level of anchoring bias that you have. And anchoring bias, if you don't know, if you haven't been in stream before, is the idea that you believe the first thing that you heard. So when you first hear a topic, you're going to believe the first stance, and then any opposition that you hear is coming in like not just countering the claim, it's like a counter to you directly, and so you're anchored to that point, and then like you start searching for only information and data that will support the preconceived notion that you already have. And so yeah, I think that's like, I think it's common just in people, and I think that is like a big issue with misinformation and disinformation. And I don't know if that is more prominent in the homeschooled, but that was just a presumption that I made based on like the idea that if you're being taught that like, and this comes from like the kind of radical homeschooling, that if you're being taught from home, from mom, from dad, then you're going to believe like what they say with higher authority, rather than like this education system that you already were like in somewhat opposition to. Yeah, of course, homeschooling is just a shard of the whole bigger pie, and the pie's gone bad. Yeah, wasn't my idea. I'm just helping out, but yeah, it's to combat all the misinformation. Did you see the new site that's being made? Snarkbrain.com? I did not. Snarkbrain.com. Okay, so they're trying to make like an anti-snark page with like all just kind of like corrections of points. Honestly, this would be, what if there was just like an anti-snark subreddit or something, where it's not just H3 snark, it just kind of breaks down all of these different snark communities and like the claims that they make. That could be kind of interesting. But I do think it's good to have, like I've been saying, I think more videos or like full archival documents or something needs to be made, just to kind of counter a lot of these claims that are so ridiculous. Yeah, it's very early in the works. Yeah, I mean, it's coming along. That's all that matters. Oh my lord, one of my coworkers was homeschooled and I legitimately almost quit because he's so insufferable. Not sure if it's just the homeschooling, but it's definitely a factor. They made an anti-snark subreddit, H3, and Reddit shut it down for harassment. Well, because maybe they're like, you're like, how deep is this going to go, on a certain level, if you have like anti-snark, snark, H3 snark, H3 snark, or something, you know what I mean? Like, it could keep going infinitely. But if you had like an official just anti-snark subreddit, and the whole point was to counteract snark claims made across the internet, that would probably hold up a little bit better, unless it truly does run that deep and the snark communities just love it, love Reddit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though, is yeah, it could be like H3 snark, H3 snark, and we could just keep going on forever. Yeah, almost like a fact-checking website. H3 fact checker. Add that to like the H3 Wikipedia page, or the H3, is it H3pedia? Is that what they have? The H3 wiki. Yeah, unless someone who works on Reddit is in on it. That's kind of what I mean. Yeah. This is, how would you guys feel if your Uber or Lyft driver started doing this? It's a real question. Or this is just a straight taxi. Oh shit, I could see he has the fucking meter and everything. My god. Okay. So this is just an actual taxi driver. Maybe we need to hop out of Ubers, get back on the taxi service. See, this is how he keeps this is how he keeps the rates up. Keeps the service good. For anyone that doesn't realize, he's driving in the shoulder and like I forget what this is called, when it's the space between the entrance ramp and the... I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'm going to fail my... oh no. I need to have my license revoked. This guy's using it properly, though. What is that called?
You're the greatest driver I've ever met in my life. You know that?
Thank you, sir.
I gotta say that you're a first round draft choice, man.
Thank you.
And you're the greatest driver of all time. I mean, I'm scared to death, but
No, you don't need to, man. You saved my country.
I tell you what, man, I'm glad I found you.
Thank you. I'm glad I found you too.
My goodness, just be careful, man.
I thought so. Okay, it is called the Gore Road. The Gore area or Gore Road. I was just thinking, like, gore sounds like a terrible... I was like, the word gore, but I guess I'm thinking of it more in the sense of, like, physical gore. But it's just talking about definition. No, it is. I mean, is that the only definition? What's another definition? Is a triangular or tapering piece of material used in making a garment, sail, or umbrella. I've never heard gore used in that context. I knew this was called a gore. I actually did know that somehow. I wouldn't fail my test if it was multiple choice. If it was right-in answers only, I'm fucked.
No, I got you. Easy, I promise. Man, nobody likes traffic, man. I'm just trying to deliver, man. Regardlessly.
You're the greatest driver I've ever met in my life. You know that?
Thank you, sir.
I gotta say that you're a first round draft choice, man.
Thank you.
And you're the greatest driver of all time. I mean, I'm scared to death, but
No, you don't need to, man. You saved my country.
I tell you what, man, I'm glad.
It is scary, but you gotta be impressed, I guess. You gotta be impressed until he runs over like a bolt on the side of the road and blows out his tire and smashes into the, like, median, smashes into the wall. Gore like Al Gore, maybe? Possibly. 10 out of 10 thumbnail, by the way, Cap. And I keep finding new images of Hasan that work so perfectly with the head shrink. It just works so well. It's such an easy thing to do in Photoshop, too. The kindest way to say, chill out, dude. You're scaring me, but thanks. Alex Jones dropped this information 7 years ago. Maybe we should have been listening to him.
A video of President Trump sucking a ding dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen. I never sucked any ding dongs, but I'll tell you, they were in
Because I remember that soundbite. I never sucked any ding dong. I never sucked any ding dongs. But I didn't know that that was the context surrounding it. And that does make it funnier. He was really in the know. Here's the thing. Alex Jones is a crazy lunatic, conspiracy theorist, insane person. But he does seem to be in the know about a little too much, which is also kind of scary when you think about it. That someone this big of a lunatic is this closely tied to information.
going to blackmail me to start World War III about one. I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden hose. There's no video.
I suck a golf ball through a freaking garden hose. Sucking a ding dong. If ding dongs are food, then he sucked a ton. Hey, I love me some ding dongs. Okay, do you guys remember old ding dongs? Now we're going on another tangent. Ding dongs. Am I crazy? Maybe I was just a kid at the time, so it's just my perception. Were ding dongs bigger in the past? Because the ding dongs now come in like a packaging, like a plastic wrap. They used to come in the tin foil. Oh, and they used to come in the fucking the ding dongs in the hostess ding dongs in the tin foil. I'm fucking salivating. I'm losing my mind. These were peak. These were peak. And now they're in the fucking... We miss it. It's been taken from us. Don't forget what they've taken from us. Now, I swear they look bigger, though. Am I tripping? Yeah, look at... I mean, look, maybe it is the same size. Or it looks a little bit bigger. Yeah, bro, every single food item has shrunk. They don't sell them here, but I'm sure they've shrunk them. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of just... I can just assume, right? Didn't have the white frosting loop, or am I tripping? You might be thinking of... what's it called? I'm trying to remember what they're all called. If you're thinking of zebra cakes, there are zebra cakes too. That's Little Debbie's. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, though. A single white stripe? White frosting loop? I don't know what you mean by white frosting loop. Wagon wheels? Wagon wheels. Sweet treat. Sometimes I like to throw off Google by adding little things like that in. Wagon wheel, sweet treat. I don't think I've ever had a wagon wheel. I know my family's gotten them before, but I've never tried it. Zingers. See, I was thinking zingers, but zingers are like, yeah, zingers are like Twinkies, but they're like the chocolate Twinkies. And the zingers, the devil food zingers, they were fire. I know they still have them. They're also smaller now, I'm pretty sure. Fire. Ho-hos. Ho-hos. Oh, let's hope this doesn't bring up anything bad. Wagon wheel with Tussie. Oh, wagon wheels are like moon pies. Okay. Is it just like a chocolate covered moon pie, basically? Because I have actually had a moon pie. Show me a ho-ho. Snowballs were fire. Aren't snowballs the one... are they Hostess? Snowball? Yeah, I thought so. They're like the sprinkled ones. Sorry, I know it keeps getting covered by chat. It's pretty good. I honestly didn't know they had chocolate inside. There's pink coconut topping, marshmallow, fluffy marshmallow coating, pink coconut topping, soft chocolatey cake, and creamy filling. Delicious. Nutter Butters. Nutter Butters are pretty goated too. Nutter Butters are a forgotten cookie, I feel like. Nobody gives Nutter Butter enough love. Like, people talk about their favorite cookie. Oh, it's Oreo. Oh, it's this. Everybody with a peanut allergy, grow up. Oh, my throat's closing. My throat's closing. Grow up. Turkish items delight. Turkish delights. Turkish delights. See, I also don't think I've had Turkish delights before. What is it? Actually, what is it? Why do you put cake in snowballs? Wait, UK snowballs are so much better. The UK snowballs don't have the cake. UK snowballs. Is it just marshmallow? Is it just marshmallow and coconut? That's what it looks like. Like, oh, like a chocolate coating inside marshmallow, and then coconut coconut shreds on top. I was allergic to peanuts as a kid, but I kept eating it anyway, and so I grew out of it. See, that's what happens. Pistachio Turkish delight is so fire. Yeah, what is it, like a gelatin? Did someone say? Personal attack. UK snack called Trevor, which is Robert backwards. UK Trevor. These like chocolates too. Oh, soft mints. Soft fruit. Oh, is it like a chew? Like a gum or something? Or like a taffy? I was deathly allergic as a kid, but now I just almost die. Hey, like I'm saying, bro, it takes time. You'll grow out of it. Keep trying. Don't keep trying. Don't. This is a terrible advice. Do not eat peanut butter if you are allergic to peanuts. I'm merely making a joke. Do not believe anything that I say. It is all lies. Uh, they're like Mentos. Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense. They kind of are in a similar kind of thing to Mentos. Similar container, packaging. Almond Joys. See, I don't like Almond Joys too much. I'm just not too much of a coconut guy, I guess. I guess coconut just isn't my thing. So are Mounds just Almond Joys without the almond? Is that all it is? And with dark chocolate? Interesting. I'm just not a big coconut guy. I don't mind coconut, but if I'm picking out candies, it's like, you know. I guess I'm just more of a peanut butter guy. I am, because I like some Reese's, like some peanut butter cups. I don't like Reese's Pieces as much. They're all right. I do like M&Ms, but I like the peanut M&Ms the most. And then if we're talking about like fruity candy, which I am a bigger fan of, because like I don't get chocolate all that much. I usually get like something sour, like Sour Patch Kids, or I get Sour Patch Kids watermelon, because those are my favorite, or like some Lifesavers or something. Lifesavers are kind of goated. Toasted coconut? That sounds interesting. I bit into a chocolate that contained coconut as a kid and wasn't expecting it, and I have had a high tolerance for it since. I haven't had a high tolerance for it since. No, I feel like that's probably what happened to me too, is it's like when you don't realize it at first, and then you have something, like as a kid, it's like you don't expect. I think like when I had potato salad for the first time, I wasn't expecting it to be cold. So now every time that every time that someone shows me potato salad, I'm like, no, I'm good. Because honestly, thinking about it, it's a little, I mean, it's a little oniony, probably for my taste. Maybe not oniony. What am I thinking? In my head, maybe it's celery? I'm going through my mental taste, trying to remember what it tastes like. Ooh, Warheads are pretty good. You guys remember Toxic Waste? Toxic Waste. I'm surprised the candy came up just from looking up. I guess it's because I've been looking up candy. Toxic Waste candies were good. I liked it because you get the little container with it, and I would keep the container as a kid. Keep the container, maybe put another sticker over the hazardously sour candy part, and then you just have a little Toxic Waste bin. What about coleslaw? See, I think that's like the one way I'm picky. I'm a picky eater in the way of I don't like a bunch of stuff mixed together. I will eat it probably all separate. I would probably take a bite out of an onion. But as soon as I have like onions mixed into stuff, I'm like, no. Coleslaw is good. I like a salad. But then when like it's already all mixed together in mayonnaise and like, no. And I like mayonnaise. I'll put mayonnaise on and mustard on like an egg sandwich, a scrambled egg sandwich. What is sour to you if Warheads aren't? Toxic Waste is the only honest candy. I don't know. I mean, I find Warheads sour. I think most people find them sour even if you like them. Anybody that's like, I don't even feel it. It's like, you know it's sour. You just enjoy it. I had scallops when I was in like high school, and honestly, they're not that bad. Now we're going into other foods. I'm not about to Google scallops. We're talking about candy. We weren't even talking about candy. We were talking about sweets. We're going off on too far of a tangent now. But yes, Toxic Waste, great candy. Fruit Riot, I don't know. I don't think so. Fruit Riot. Ooh, I just put the O first. No, I probably would, though. That looks pretty good. Those actually do look pretty good. Sour mango. Candy Crunch cherry sour grapes. Ooh, sour grape sounds fire. Sour grape candy. Toxic Waste looks delicious. They're pretty. I think you can get them at most candy shops. You got to go to like an actual candy shop though. Oh, what's it called? Oh no. It's my fiance's favorite. I'm trying to remember what it's called. My fiance's favorite candy is called, oh, Cowtails candy. I don't know if they're necessarily her favorite. Oh, is it Cowtails? I didn't even know that's what it was. Cowtails, interesting. Which is like caramel. I don't know what's in the inside. Caramel with a creamy center. There's a lot of different. If you go to candy stores, you can get a bunch of different flavored ones. Honey bun, caramel apple, brownie, strawberry, and then the original caramel. Freeze-dried candy is the wave now. It kind of seems it's going that way. Good to see the Cowtails getting love in chat. So true. I do not like freeze-dried candy. It's all right. I think freeze-dried candy is bad when it like you're getting it from somebody you know. Like you're getting it from like, I got my own freeze candy store. I only got my own freeze-dried candy shop. And you go to their house and they just come out with a bag of shit all fucking just literally stuck together. You can't even eat it. They have seasonal flavors of Cowtails out right now. Oh, I didn't know that. Anyone like a flavored Tootsie Rolls? Not the chocolate ones. I think Tootsie Roll ruined itself for me. Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Pops. You're not chocolate. You cannot be chocolate taffy. Chocolate taffy is like just a no. Flavored Tootsie Roll might be good if it's just taffy. Yeah, chocolate ones are barf. Because that's the thing. It's like you can't be a chocolate taffy. You are a taffy. Like, be a taffy. Love freeze-dried sour Skittles. Might be good. Vanilla Tootsie Rolls are the best. Vanilla, see, that sounds all right. See, there's just a weird thing where it's like, if it's chocolate, it has to be actual chocolate. Vanilla, I'm fine. It can be fake vanilla. I'm sure they added like vanilla extract or something in it. But you cannot fake me out. Leave my Tootsie alone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to show the Tootsie hate. But there's a reason everybody trades it on Halloween. I'll just put it that way. But hey, that leaves more for you, right? Don't tell my Tootsies what to do. Okay, but let's go back to Instagram now. I have one last post. Yeah, one last post to show. This podcast, I think, is one of the weirdest podcasts ever. Apparently, it's called Digital Social Hour. They seem to mostly talk about cloning.
There's actually 3 Elons. The first Elon comes from a Nazi family, and he's part human, part cyborg. Again, this was an Elon that was developed by the Dark Fleet. Remember the first secret space program that was established by the Nazis and the evil aliens?
It's like, okay, bro, slow down a little bit. You know, the alien reptilian Nazis that took a. What are you talking about right now?
As a draconian, yeah. So that's the first. The second Elon is a clone of that. And due to this war between the Y-Hats and the Cabal, there has been a third Elon that was actually biogenetically engineered in a petri dish to do good, to work as the good Elon. So
he's working as the good Elon. Okay, so he's on our side, actually. Okay. But then I remember I saw one about them cloning Trump, and I was like, is that what all this podcast is about? And I clicked a random one. I think it was this one. I don't want to click on a wrong one and it not be about cloning. But I clicked on a random one that was about cloning. And I'm like, they talk about cloning way too much.
I just
No, it wasn't that one. It was farther down. It was... Was it this guy? No. I don't care enough. They talk about a lot of weird shit on this podcast, whatever. It was about cloning Trump or something.
Rumors of the Biden being cloned, right?
Oh, there we go. Here's one about Biden being cloned. It was the first one.
Yes. So what do you know about that?
Nothing, bro. What do you know about it? Even if he was, what do you actually know about Biden being cloned? Like, let's be real here. Elon's got to be a clone. After seeing this image, I'm convinced he has like a mini Elon inside of him that's like running the machine like a mech suit. It's like you expect him. Like you expect him to take off his shirt, and he's got like a MODOK face, like right there. Like I feel like that would make sense. Like this is just like an artificial head. His organs are trying to escape. It's so, I mean, it is alarming. He should probably go see a doctor. It is the most unfortunate weight distribution I've ever seen. So much bloat from what? Yeah, kind of like a Men in Black scenario. Yeah, he's got one of these little guys. He's got one of these little dudes inside of his chest. He's got one of these dudes running the show. God damn it. Definitely some mechanical components going on in there. He was the first person to get like, you know, like biohacking implants. And when he did that, he didn't realize how much it would like protrude from his body, protrude out through his skin. It's scary. It's terrifying. There's more images too. This one looks like it could just be an unfortunate angle, but then this is the confirmation that it's not. Like this one looks like maybe he's just like puffing out his chest a little too much. It's just interesting because like if you put your hand in front of his like bulbous stomach, it's big in the weirdest. It's like his digestive tract doesn't work properly, and it's like doing all of the digestion up at the top and not transferring down into the lower intestine. And it is very confusing. Yeah, he's built like a Tesla model. He's built like one of the Tesla trucks. I have seen that. But we have Elon clone, Trump clone, Biden clone. You know, we got a lot of clones. They're all coming out of the woodwork. Yes, delete that group. Here is foreshadowing from 6 years ago, H3H3 production video.
Although, I will say it would be a little better if I could get them all just to do this for a minute. If I could just get them all just to do this for a moment, I think that it would step it up by a lot.
Apparently this is from the It's Time to Stop YouTube Rewind. So it's not truly like a prophetic statement. It would have been a prophetic statement had he been talking about like people making hate videos, but it is a little something. And also it does show how fucking out, because here's my question: either it shows how out of date Ian's humor is, or Ian remembered this from this video and added it into the content cop in the same way that he added the off jumping jacks. I feel like most people didn't notice that Ethan did jumping jacks weird. People made fun of it in the community, the show, they made fun of it. iDubbbz did the same type of jumping jacks in his like training montage in the beginning of the content cop video. And I'm wondering if he's just he's in too deep. He's in the fandom. iDubbbz probably had that in his back pocket. So true. If they're the clones, where are the originals? I think that the theory is that everybody that is cloned by this like one world government, this like, hidden power or whatever. I think that in the theory of it is that they would be like in some kind of hidden underground bunker or something. Like they're being held by this evil cabal. Balls, so true, balls. Balls, chat. It is just possible that that's where he holds all his hate and intolerance. Oh, he had a hernia high up in his chest, yeah. He has heartburn on a whole other level. That's what's wrong with Elon. Sorry, I didn't realize that's what the reference was to. No, I'm pretty sure he was talking about Denim's Frogman, Shonda Black, and Ian. So true. Shonda Civic and iDubbbz Joma. But that's that little bit of an interesting thing. And then Taylor Lorenz and Taylor's Attic blame H3 fans for Cruel World Happy Minds losing her sponsor. And honestly, after seeing this, I don't want to argue with people about, oh, it wasn't an H3 fan, it was an H3 fan. Oh, well, they're not a real H3 fan because they would know that Ethan is... It does seem that it was somebody within the H3 circle in some way. And again, I think the easiest thing to do is just to say, this is wrong. If you're doing this, you do not represent the values that this community tries to uphold. And it's bad, basically. Denounce it. Don't feel like you have to deflect. It is bad. Do not email their sponsors. It's pointless. Yeah, Mr. Frogman from Smiling Friends, so true. But they gamergate any creators who critiques Ethan Klein. They'll harass and attack any sponsor they find. Yeah, just disavow. And honestly, I did go and look through the person's account a little bit, and they seem to be more of an like an XQC fan. And again, I'm not deflecting. They seem to be a tangential fan at the very least of H3. Like, there's no reason that they would have cared this deeply about the Ethan Klein hit piece if they weren't in some way. But I do think that it's easy to just go bad stuff. Hate to see it. But then someone also pointed out, since Taylor Lorenz wants to talk about this six or what is it, 5 upvotes and 6 comment Reddit thread. Let's look at this 106 upvoted post on H3 Snark, in which they were encouraging people to go for H3's sponsors, going after Ethan and Ela's sponsors in the same way, actually giving an outline on how to write. It's just so fucking funny. Again, both of these are wrong. Don't do this. And I think they did the same thing, yeah. To whom it may concern. A recent video published on youtube.com. Think about that statement. When you type out that statement for the first time, you should go, what the fuck am I doing? Backspace, and then go make yourself lunch or something. Like, it genuinely is just it's a little bit far. I went and looked up the post. It was taken down by mods and literally had 20 comments, mostly people disagreeing and the OP trying to defend themselves. I can't imagine it was up very long. I mean, I think from this, you can see that it already has 6 comments and 5 upvotes, which would mean that it probably has a majority of people downvoting it, if they already have 6 comments overlapping the amount of likes on there. I imagine those 6 comments are probably people, and that would be interesting too, because it's like, in the context, this is 106 upvotes, including email, IG, DM, send it to anyone. I'd love to see all the comments on these, because these comments probably are, or this is weird too, this is a comment among many with hundreds of upvotes, and this isn't even a post, this is literally just a comment. I didn't even realize that when I was looking at this at first. I thought it was a post. It's literally just a comment. But yeah, it's a on either side of the fence. This is wrong. It's weird. it's parasocial and it's unnecessary. If it becomes a big enough news and a big enough problem for these businesses, they will stop doing it. But because the whole thing is what you're doing is you are just causing your like people that you are fans of as well to become harmed in some way, because what you're doing is you're causing this anxiety in these different like advertisement agencies and advertisement these different businesses that are looking for advertisement, and it causes a stir in a way that will probably end up causing greater restrictions on things later down the line. And I don't know about ZocDoc. I don't really care about ZocDoc all that much, but I do think that it is like just it's unproductive at the very least. They cropped it to make it more incendiary. Yeah, and again, this one's cropped too, but this one is a comment as well, so I imagine it might not have a lot of replies. Seems like it has a few, but this one has 106. This one has 5. Both are wrong. If there were 5 people in the H3H3 Productions subreddit that thought that was a good idea, those 5 people are wrong, and they should be corrected. And that doesn't mean to ban them and be like, oh, they need to be kicked out and be punished. The way that the way that Madison, Cruel World, Happy Mind was trying to make it seem with, well, do dissenting opinions get kicked out of your community? And there was someone that I specifically thought about in that context, and I will just say specifically that, and I won't call them out or anything, but you can have a voice, you can speak out and feel a certain way about something, but when it comes down to like very directed and pointed accusations or claims that you want to make a YouTube account, make a video, and post it. That is your platform to be able to say whatever it is that you want to say. Other people's communities are their place to do and say what they want. So at the end of the day, that goes for any platform, that goes for any community, that goes for anything. Platforms, communities, channels, they all get to decide who is involved in those spaces. You have to follow their rules, and then you can go out into your own space and make whatever claims you want to make. And some of these platforms and different things do have policies in place that will affect you if you say certain things on other platforms. But again, don't be on those platforms if you don't like it. That's just the way it works at the end of the day. Yeah, harassment gets kicked. It's also weird the account had the post screenshotted within an hour of it being posted and saved it to see if the ads were ever removed from Cruel World Happy Minds video. I mean, I do think that there are just these snarkers scouring the H3 Productions subreddit looking for bad posts. It's really weird and just, it's bizarre at the end of the day. These people are just weird. Get offline. Go eat a nice burger. Go eat a nice burger. If you are vegetarian, an Impossible Burger. Maybe a couple French fries. Feel better. Your tummy will appreciate it. My hair is growing fast, by the way. I know, right? It's an issue. It's a blessing and a curse, It grows out so fast. That's why I don't like to... Like Ethan was saying, he shaves... Or he said it before. I don't know if it was that recent. He said it before that he shaves his head like once every couple weeks or every couple months. Or did he say every couple weeks? It was pretty relatively common. And my hair grows pretty fast, so I shave it pretty regularly. It's also weird, the account... Snarkers are always on lookout for something to shit on H3 for, so it's best to not give them ammo. Exactly. And that's why I'm saying, like, we can have our fun. We can do what we want. We can talk shit. But once you start stepping out of the community and doing stuff in other spaces, then it becomes brigading on a certain level, regardless of the size. It's like, even if it's not implemented by the creators, if it's like being... like if the fans decide on their own to go and brigade in certain ways, that still speaks poorly on the community and the creator on some level. Yeah, or Beyond Burger. So true. My personal pref. I get how they feel, but I wouldn't ever take action, especially contacting sponsors. That's fucked up. Let the sponsor find out what a piece of shit their representative is on their own. And that's like the whole thing, right? If it becomes a big enough stir, if they've done enough things, they'll find out through like articles that are written about it or other things like that. Like the information will get out there if it's a big enough deal. But just some YouTube video, it's like as fucked up as the video she made was. Let her get her bag for the fucking time being, you know. We can just talk. We can talk shit on her for it, you know. Because that at the end of the day, that does seem like what it was about, was just making a quick buck, feeling like she found an easy target, and then realized that it wasn't as easy of a target as she thought. Like, so scramble for those dollars. Do what you got to do, girl. But that ain't the way I like to go. Just saying. They do in fact do that. I've seen those posts over there. Yeah, where they just scour it and then hop on and be like, look what they're saying. Ethan and his community is evil. These are the people that purchase memberships just to catch Ethan slipping, yeah. It is so yeah, like when they were doing the members live and then people literally clipped it from the members live while they were still live, showing that someone has a membership. And I love, like, it's just so stupid, all of these people. Because they'll literally, like, give shout-outs to the people that are members. They'll be like, shout-out to all our clippers. Shout-out to the people giving H3 $5 every month. Like, you guys are crazy. Yeah, she has a kid at the end of the day. Yeah, kids gotta eat. That's the way I look at it. We can't, and I think people forget about that aspect too, where people go like, well, they're a piece of shit mom, they're this or that. Like, I'm not saying this about her specifically, but people will say certain things like that, and it's like, but does the kid deserve an even shittier life now? You know what I mean? The kid did nothing wrong. Researcher D, so true. I don't even know what I was saying. I do. Researcher D. We love that Researcher D. Cuffham was rushed to the hospital after the railing he was next to suddenly broke during the Playboi Carti concert. Apparently, they were telling him to step away from the railing, telling Aiden and his friends and stuff to step away from the railing. I guess I won't play the music. There's nothing you can really hear anyways. He fell, ate it. I'm wondering, he might have hit his head like on the railing as it broke. Because from what I've seen, basically, Aiden Ross said his head is split open in some way. He's probably going to need stitches. But he's in the hospital and they're figuring it out. Yeah, it wasn't even like bolted in or anything. They were literally just like leaning on like this just like stood up like little barricade rail. Like it wasn't linked in or anything. With cracking your head like that, I mean, he's going to come back and be twice as racist. So it's fucked up when you think about it. No one wins. And this is why we can never spread hate. We can never wish harm upon others. Because he's just going to come back and be even dumber and more racist now. Fuck. Need a replay real quick? Yeah, it does happen really quick. So he's just leaning on the rail. It just straight falls back. Maybe it was clipped in or bolted in some way, but not very well, because then they just plummet back. He is fully, just falling head back. Looks like he probably smacks it against the rail as they fall. This guy's light on his feet. Look at this. This guy's spry. This guy's like a fucking cat. Agile as fuck. Watch. He's falling. He jumps. And he's able to catch it. He's like able to catch himself. He like pauses mid-air. That was impressive. Like Cuffham's mid-fall. Like he stops falling and then gently lets himself down. He's like, Cuffham, no! Cuffham, no! Cuffham, no! The security just shining a light on him. Yeah, guys, I think he's hurt. Yeah, but hope him a speedy recovery, and maybe it will knock some sense into him. Maybe he'll realize, he'll wake up out of a haze. What was I thinking? How could I ever be so wrong? Wow. Maybe it knocked the anti-Semitism out of our boy Kaffa. You can only hope so. But like I'm saying, I think he might just come back even dumber, even more anti-Semitic and racist. Chinese security police. So we're gonna talk about this Hasan stuff. It started with a stream a couple days ago, and then it's been continuing as he's on this trip to China, this propaganda tour. I don't even know if that's like, is that even a disparaging comment? Like you're doing your best to try and promote China. It sounds like propaganda to me. Whether or not you feel like it's justifiable or good or bad or whatever. But we'll talk about it. But this is where it all started, with the Chinese security police harassing Hasan while he is live streaming in Tiananmen Square. And surprisingly enough, Hasan isn't streaming this stuff on Twitch, apparently. I don't know. I'm not saying that with 100% certainty, but with the stream we're going to talk about, apparently he wasn't on Twitch, and he was on this streaming service called Bilibili, which is a Chinese streaming service. And I don't know if maybe he's being sponsored by them or something. Maybe they sponsored the trip. But here he is being here is quite literally his media, an attempted suppression of his media. Before they realize it ain't a big deal. But it seems like that is the that's that one. It's supposed to be like a Mao Zedong image, right? It's supposed to be like Hasan as Mao Zedong. That's like what the meme is, right? I'm guessing that's what it's supposed to be. I might be wrong. But they apparently like saw it over his shoulder or something, or like saw his stream and were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I don't think it was the stream. I feel like they probably just saw from a distance. Were like, they making fun of my boy Mao? They making fun of my dog Mao right now?
Roger, you seen this? Oh yeah. Look. Yeah. 这是什么呀？他录个视频。你是说导游？没有。这是什么？Stop。OK。这是导游啊。他就过来，稍等一下。是啊，你是导游啊？问问他那个，问问他那刚直播那什么东西？让他拿出来。
Yeah, we're gonna look at that one next, about the red book, the little red book.
要看直播的东西是吗？对，我看一眼刚你那 photo. So you want to see the photo? Oh, I didn't take a photo. 就刚才他录那个，让他找出来。
So have you recorded anything?
No, not yet. No, 我都看见了。
Yeah, he said he's
直播还是什么呀？
Oh, I was holding the camera out, but I didn't do anything yet.
还有个手机后面的背景图。对，拿手机弄一背景，那是什么东西？把它打出来。
No recording.
刚才那个背景。
So he wants to see the background of your.
Of my phone?
Yeah.
So they want to see the background of the phone. Sorry, it's kind of a long clip. I didn't realize how long it was before you heard that. So they're wanting to see what the phone is. They're like, "Let me see your phone. Give me your phone." Imagine that. Give me your phone. Let me see it. By the police, by the security police. I'd be pissing myself.
Sure. Or like a live show. Or,
Other phone.
Oh. Another phone.
Good on there, but my internet is not so good. Okay, we'll
on your
back. Okay,
the internet on your phone isn't good?
We're back.
We're just waiting for Will to get out of the bathroom now.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if there's a line to the bathroom.
China's awesome. They don't have political prisoners. Yay! It was just the weird hospital tour that wasn't on Twitch? So this one was on Twitch. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Because I did see the one, they have basically, you're able to see the full thing on Twitch through Austin Show's stream of it. So you get to see his his version of events, basically. Is his producer there with him? March? I don't know who that is. I feel like he really needs to be looked at. Maybe. I don't know much about him. I'd have to explain who my D&D character is if I had to show my phone background. They'd be like, who is this? Who are you making fun of? You have to bring your own toilet paper to toilets in China because of all that, because all the aunties steal it. Paper towels too. He's like a puppet behind the scenes that no one talks about. Oh, yeah, I've never heard about his producer. Oh, you have to bring your own soap and toiletries? Just your own toiletries? That makes, I mean, that isn't the worst thing ever, but that isn't as bad as the political prisoners, but definitely an inconvenience. No, but that is like a weird, that is a weird consideration, given the fact that everybody always talks about how cheap China is, and like, oh, you can go there and live for so much cheaper than you can in the US. And I just find it funny too when people talk about living abroad, and it's like, you can live abroad if you're working online. If you're making your money in the US or in the UK, or you can live in one of these poorer countries and eat amazing every day, live in a nice luxury apartment. Don't look out down below. So you can live in your high-rise real happy. Just don't look at the streets below you. Don't go a prefecture over and see the way that those people are living. Free sample handout in China? I've never seen that. Let me see. Handout China. I can't. I'm not finding anything right now. It's fine. I'll look it up later. I love stealing toilet paper. China would hate me. They also say, yeah, you don't own the house. You only have the rights to live there for 70 years, but at least they're cheap. They're not. Yeah, they're also not that cheap. Like, when you look at them, they're like, look at this is basically like, sometimes they're cheap. I won't say it depends on where you are. Is that specifically about China, the 70-year thing? Because that is interesting. I didn't know that about they don't have like ownership over property. It's always like owned by the government or something. You just lease it out for a certain amount of years. Hey, I mean, who's living 70 years anyways? Tofu dreg means you only live in that place for like 2 years. I've literally never heard of that. That's so interesting. I forgot it was Monday, but I made it. I hope that you didn't have anything else going on Monday. Okay, you can't own, you're only leasing from the government. That's fucking crazy. Fuck all that. I mean, to be fair, in the United States specifically, isn't that kind of the way the system works? Because you're always paying a property tax, and if you don't pay your property tax, then they can just yank your property back from you. But then again, you can also just create your own your own space, wall it off, and then they can't technically come on your property like that one group in Texas. Isn't there like a group in Texas that has like been living off their own land for like a decade or something now, and they literally are just like, and no one can come on my property. Kids are asleep. Time for weed chat. Shout out. Let's hear about how much Hasan, or I guess this one isn't a listening one. Look at him soy out. Let's look at Hasan soy out over getting Mao's little red book in China.
Chat.
Oh, no way!
It's a small one.
And it's the first version.
It's the first. Wait.
Yeah.
Really?
Is that?
It's a first edition. Oh my god, it's a first edition. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. And so this estimate, 75 million dead, is an estimate because it's all like of the people that were starved. You know what was interesting? I didn't actually know that much about like the starvation. It was basically Mao Zedong had like a mass like he wanted all of the locusts gone or something, and then that caused like all the bird population to die or some shit. It was something like that, and that's why everyone starved. Talk about a terrible planner. Everybody likes to talk about how like the Nazis and the communists, all of the Soviets and the Chinese, they were all great planners. They were all these high-level strategists. And then he ended up starving his own people. Or yeah, it was sparrows specifically. Or no, that's what it was. It was the other way around. Sorry, I had it the wrong way. I just learned this recently. It was he got rid of the sparrows, which caused an increase in locusts. That's what it was. It wasn't the other population. I thought it was the other way around. That they got rid of the locusts and then the sparrow population decreased. But they got rid of the sparrow population and that increased the amount of locusts, which then fucked up crops, I think, or something like that. It was. I'm gonna get it all wrong now because I had that part wrong. But it was something along those lines. And that was what ended up causing the starvation. Yeah, I got that backwards. My bad. But the quotations from Chairman Mao Zedong, Mao Zedong, is it just Mao Zedong, but then it's spelled like that, Zedong, is colloquially referred to in the English-speaking world as the Little Red Book, is a compilation book of quotations from speeches and writings by Mao Zedong, formerly romanized as Mao Zedong, the former chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, published from 1964 to 1979 and widely distributed during the Cultural Revolution. Because when did Mao die? Mao death. He died in 76. So it was published up to 3 years after his death. Yeah, the locusts eat the crops. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for the corrections. Locusts are literally big grasshoppers, just eat them. Yeah, I didn't realize that either until like I think a couple years ago when I was like doing biblical research, doing like different like religious research, and then I was like, what are locusts? Like they always talk about like locusts, and I was like, oh, locusts are basically like crickets or grasshoppers. They're just fucking. I was like, that's so interesting. Yes, tung sahur. I've never seen a video of China that's got a bird flying that wasn't realized by a person to do so. Wait, you might have missed. Do you mean released? Oh, like the bird was released. Okay, I get what you're saying. I thought you meant the video being released. I learned many of my insects and fish through Animal Crossing. Hey, that's called edutainment right there. Some real gaming edutainment. But look at this soy face right here. Look at him legitimately soy out over quite literally communist propaganda. Yeah, released. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that is crazy. But so I guess I should have read that part. The policy, Mao Zedong, pest. This is the 4 Pest campaign, which was rats, flies, mosquitoes, and sparrows. And I have to say, Rats and mosquitoes, you can get rid of them, but I mean, the whole thing is, right, is we have a very like delicately balanced ecosystem, and when you get rid of any element of it, you start to see a decrease in the populations of other groups. I feel like that's just like so easily understood. Are cicadas part of the locust family? I think, what are cicadas part of? Cicadas, I know they're like they're in the order of Hemiptera, if that means anything to you. They're in the suborder of Akinori heinka. Akinor heincha. Along with smaller jumping bugs such as leaf hoppers and frog hoppers. So I guess they're not the same, no. Because I was going to say because of the wings, maybe not. Locusts also. Because the locusts don't have wings. Locust grasshoppers. I'm just like, I'm looking at different bugs now. I don't need to be looking at bugs. All I know is mosquitoes are pollinators. Oh my god, I did promise a starter poll and I forgot again. Oh my god, I'm the worst person ever. Here, oh my god, it's almost time for the other poll too. Here, this is the poll. What is your favorite bug? Terrible poll. We're starting it right now. What is your favorite bug? Butterfly, roly-poly, spider, or other? Did you guys know a roly-poly is called a pill bug? No bird grasshopper option, sorry. You know, I've never actually looked at one. Why did he point out specifically a bird grasshopper? Is that like an actual saying? They look just like any other grasshopper. Like they look almost identical to any other grasshopper. I don't see why he needed to point it out. Oh, this one got removed by moderator. Fuck. This was the God damn it. Now it's gonna get the advertisement taken down for saying the F word too many times in a row. Oh, what post was this? I think this was him at the actual place. I think this was the video of the. I think. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I got it from Livestream Fails. It's probably on the H3 subreddit too. Let me see if I can find it. One sec. Hospital. Oh, is it really not? I'm gonna have to find it through the Austin show clip then maybe. Okay. Well, basically, they went to this place.
Oh yeah, all year round.
Is there a mirror link? No. Because, yeah, I think he was trying to do... This person said it right. I think he was trying to do, like, I Show Speed in China, where he's, like, doing, like, an epic journey through China. But he's ending up just doing a propaganda tour. I just want to see the part... It was... They pulled up to this spot, and it said, welcome Hasan and his delegation. But basically, they go to this Chinese hospital that's a... What do they call it? What do they call Chinese medicine? Is it just Chinese medicine? Like the holistic style medicine? Traditional Chinese medicine? Because basically the CCP is trying to increase like the popularity of holistic traditional Chinese medicine, both locally and abroad. So this isn't like... This isn't that weird that he decided to do it, given that this is a propaganda tour. But they also went and, like, it was basically just like chiropractic adjustments. Not a whole lot, some massages.
Okay. Okay.
Relax.
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 I don't know if it's true. Austin said he has scoliosis. I don't know if that's actually true. If you have scoliosis, I'm pretty sure like chiropractic adjustments and certain things can actually help you with the pain aspect. Obviously, it isn't going to fix your scoliosis, but he was also telling that he didn't really want to do it, and they just kept going.
Relax. Just let him do the thing.
看我一眼。
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, holy shit. Oh no. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to do that.
这是正骨吗？
No.
Baby, relax.
我发现啊，你都 Baby, I don't know.
没事嘞。Relax.
Okay, relax, Austin.
I don't know if I want to do what we're doing.
他不知道他想不想，他有点怕。
他有点怕。
有点怕，特别怕。
不怕。
这个叫正骨是吧？
对了，
你刚刚这是正骨是吧 ？Actually, what he was trying to do to you.
What if I cracked all of my stuff before going into a chiropractor and they just got nothing out? Do I get my money back? I like really go in and I've like cracked literally every aspect of my being. I've cracked through the psyche. Do I get my money back after or what? I didn't hear anything.
It's called a bone fixing.
Oh, okay.
They're fixing your bone.
Diagnose.
He's chiropracting you.
Oh, he's like, yeah, chiropractic. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe everything but...
Yeah, one wrong crack and you're a paraplegic. No thanks. It does depend on like the way it's like the way you're doing it. I mean, you can break your own neck from moving too quickly. So it's like, you know, the human body is very fragile, and you would hope that the people that are like these technicians have had actual experience. But the whole thing is that it is at the end of the day like holistic medicine and isn't scientifically backed. And like that's coming from me. And here's the thing. iDubbbz is live. iDubbbz is live. 177 viewers. Big boy. Live channel's top. He's the top streamer right now. I definitely think it's because it's who you go to. I've clicked on iDubbbz stream to see what he's doing. But what I was going to say is, this is coming from me as somebody who is in the, I guess, belief sphere of things like astrology, you know, the different capabilities and functionalities of crystals. I just think all that stuff really hasn't been scientifically tested enough. And so you can't really tell anybody anything with a 100% certainty. It's all kind of more like vague things. And it's the same, I feel like, with something like chiropractics, where chiropractic like might work for some people, but it could definitely fuck you up if you have like certain disc issues or like other things like that. But here's something I want to say, because, okay, since I just brought it up, since I brought up astrology, I do want to bring this up because Ethan always wants to shit on the astrology girlies, always wants to shit on astrology, wants to shit on the idea of astrology. And let me just break it down for you why it makes sense to me. um, because it's not about causation. It is about a correlation. And if you can think about the place that you're being born, the people that you're surrounded by, the foods you eat, the people you meet, all of those things have an impact on the type of person that you become. So, theoretically speaking, it isn't too far to believe that there would be some kind of effect on the date, place, and like alignment of the stars to your birth. I mean, that makes sense to me. Because, like I'm saying, I don't think that it's a one-to-one causation where if you were born an Aries, you're going to act with these specific traits. But if you have your birthday in a certain time of year, why wouldn't you have a similar correlation to your, like, to certain, like, why wouldn't you have certain correlations to others with similar, born in similar areas, born at similar times? There are those types of things. Proud Leo. I did a very bad, Ethan is a crystal girly, so true. I did a very bad explanation there, but that's kind of my way of thinking about it. I don't think about it as a one-to-one where someone's going to tell me, oh, you're a Taurus. See, I know all my signs. I am a Taurus sun, a Scorpio rising, and a Pisces moon. I'm a crier. But I don't, and then I have like a chart that my fiance made with all of our different degrees and stuff and all the different planets and everything. But I don't think that these things are like a one-to-one breakdown of your psychology, but it's something to look at as like a possibility. And with anything that's anything that could be psychosomatic, really just listen to what speaks to you. And if something speaks like it could be true, don't think, oh, well, that could be true to anybody. Okay, but why is it true to you at all? You know what I mean? It's like there's something there that's connecting, regardless of if it could speak true to 1,000, millions of other people, billions of other people. There's still a possibility. And then also, I know your star positions at birth now, so true. Yes, fellow engaged man. Let's get it, Gizmo. But the other thing about crystals, if we can, using quartz crystal, transfer like data that you can visually see, things that you can hear, sound waves, things, if we can send these through using quartz crystals, who knows what other properties crystals might have? Again, I don't know what those properties might actually be, but if a diamond has the strength to drill through any type of metal or any type of material, if a diamond drill tip can break any surface, and a quartz crystal can send my email across to the moon, if it can send it to space and back, then I think that we kind of, there's something there, you know what I mean? Shout out JH Cruz. Welcome to Quasar's Cadets. You're losing me, Captain. ADHD is so real. It's all real. Everything's real. Ghosts are real. Bigfoot's real. Bigfoot is just I heard it said once, and I believe it to be true. I'm just kidding. I don't actually believe this, but I think it's the funniest explanation. Bigfoot is real. He's just an interdimensional being that blips in and out of reality at will. That's why you don't see him under thermal cameras. I've lost you. It's fine. You don't need to believe. You don't need to believe. But yeah, but what I'm saying basically is it definitely seems that this is part of the propaganda tour as the CCP is trying to promote traditional Chinese medicine. So whether or not you believe in chiropractics or you believe in different stuff, this is definitely just another aspect of this propaganda tour that Hasan has been doing.
Very relaxing. How's chat?
They're doing great.
And again, like, we don't need to argue the actual, like, because that's like the whole point. I think people will argue about like, well, it's just a massage, it's a scalp massage, he's getting a massage, but it's like, yeah, it's the underlying things of this is going to remove your stress or something. Like it might relieve tension for a moment, but actual stress is like again, it's a psychological thing that probably isn't going to be affected. Bigfoot is real. I saw him. He was a big hairy guy in a gas station. The Bigfoot from the famous film is a lady Bigfoot. Did y'all know that? This is an honest-to-God fact. Look into it. Patterson Gimlin film. Is that the same female Bigfoot that had its way with Peter? I can't remember his name. The guy who has the crows and stuff. Peter Bigfoot. If I just look up Peter Bigfoot, it should come up, right? Yeah, Peter Kane dog training. Bigfoot masturbates man. Bigfoot masturbates man terrified. Police called major university to investigate. Yes, I am a Taurus. Is that surprising? I haven't been up to date with Hasan. Is he actually doing CCP propaganda? Yes. It's actually insane. For real, I remember when he was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't going to China." I feel like somebody in this comment made a good point. I love how he wanted this trip to be like IShowSpeed's epic adventure, but instead he's just used for a bad propaganda commercial. Ha ha ha. Because legitimately, and the post got deleted. That's why I was trying to find. They clipped the introduction of him walking in, and they show him like a sign where it's like.
So it's written up there that the skills
are. But they brought him in, did some massaging and some cracking, did a little dance for him. I don't think I have the timestamp for it. I should have saved it. There was a point where Hasan's talking to them, and it does seem like his joke upset them a little bit, which was kind of funny.
Okay, but I'm ready to be done. Such an intense performance, our blood pressure is going to be too high.
So they're telling me that this is their style of kung fu. Like,
what? Say again.
They were doctors performers.
Those were doctors? Those were doctors? Are you serious? They were all doctors. Wow. So what is the requirement to be a doctor? Like, is this a part of the...
Honestly, that's a good question. You got these people doing fucking dances and like dance performances. Is that part of your requirements for your doctors here? What are their actual like medical like qualifications? Look at her face. She's like, Yeah, Austin went too. This is from Austin Show's stream. For some reason, Hasan only streamed this on Bilibili. Maybe he knew that it wasn't a good look.
Requirement to become like physician. So first they beat.
Okay, who is Capricorn gang? So I can take notes. So who is everybody? Say their sign. I am a Taurus. Madman's a Capricorn. Nice. My dad's a Capricorn actually.
People and then they fix them and then they heal them.
Sonia's a Leo. My grandma's a Leo, and my sister-in-law is a Leo.
这是其中一项。我们叫叶启门，它是武艺结合一体的。习武练医，因为我们是中医骨伤嘛，中医骨伤这一块讲的叫练点功法，然后要给病人治疗，所以说他们需要体力。
He took that seriously.
但是我们这一块叫武医合为一体的，中医骨伤它讲。
See, I would do a poll, but we can only do 4 things, so. Well, I guess I could do it by like earth sign, but then I guess people would need to know if they're earth, air, water, whatever. They'd need to know that. But I'm waiting a minute and then I'm going to put up the actual poll because the show should theoretically be starting in 11 minutes. Theoretically. We never know for sure.
So in China, like martial arts
Mhm.
and also Chinese medicine is actually they're same. They're often like combined together.
Ah.
So you fix it and you have to play some martial like kung fu or something to make you more healthier.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Imagine every single day you're circulating all the energy within your body. Like us just waking up and sitting at our computers is doing all for us. So this
True.
is actually what we need to be doing every day. It's like aerobics and like calisthenics and everything.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's get.
Did I miss it? Maybe I did miss it. He said, because he's basically, they were saying they might need to learn kung fu or something else as like something to hone them. But his thing was like, oh, it's something that'll break them. They break and then come here to get fixed or something along those lines.
Okay. What is the requirement to be like?
I
Is
think
this
it was right
a
here.
part of the requirement to become like physician?
So-
No.
So first they beat people and then they fix them.
Yeah, first they beat people, then they fix them. That's what he said. So he's saying like the people doing the kung fu and stuff. It was like a dance demonstration, but they were using like martial arts in some way. But you can see like the look on their faces.
And then they heal them.
他们成为这个医师的标准啊，有什么要求没有？
Yeah，这是其中一项。
Yeah,
我们叫叶奇门，它是武艺结合一体的。习武练医，因为我们是中医骨伤嘛，中医骨伤这一块讲的叫练功法，然后有个病人治疗，所以说他们需要体力。
I was joking, by the way. I was joking.
He took that seriously.
但是我们这一块叫武医合为一体的，中医骨伤它讲的就是有功法。
So in China, like martial arts
Mhm.
and also Chinese medicine is actually they're same. They're often like combined together.
Ah.
So you.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that maybe not a lot, but I think certain Chinese medicines do originate from like Shaolin technique and stuff. It's that trickle down, you know, spreads to everybody.
You fix it and you have to play some martial like kung fu.
Yeah, the joke didn't translate or land. Even Austin didn't laugh. He was like, ugh. I feel like Austin feels uncomfortable here. Maybe it's just me reading into it too much.
Something to make you more healthier.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Imagine every single day you're circulating all the energy within your body. Like us just waking up and sitting at our computers is doing all for us. So this
True.
is actually what we need to be doing every day. It's like aerobics and like calisthenics and everything.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's get
Let's
diagnosed.
get
I'm ready.
diagnosed.
I'm
People
ready.
are, like,
I'm ready for
ready for
diagnosis.
this part
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is what they've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Christian, would you mind coming in here and making sure that I'm.
But yeah, that's that. I didn't have the first part. They literally had a sign that said "Welcome Hasan Piker and his delegation." Pretty interesting. A little interesting. I feel like Austin feels uncomfortable a lot when he's with Hasan. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Am I right?
Why do people keep saying Superman, Hasan, superhero, W?
But white Westerner progressive dismisses direct evidence that China cracks down on the LGBTQ community. So here's him doing a little bit of that. I don't even know. Just more propaganda. Do some more sweeping for China.
Why China block gay dating apps? I don't think that's true.
Oh my god, why is Reddit so fucked up? Some things are so quiet and some things are so loud.
I think you saw that on Twitter. I don't know if that's true. Chatter, this is exactly what I mean.
Stupid sexy
If
Hasan.
you
Why do all
look-
the
if you
girls
get
like
your
him?
notes from Twitter, which by the way, like you'll see, we're about to go to Chengdu. What's really funny about this is like China's gay as hell. Like just watch the stream and you will see. Like Austin's been on the apps. That's so funny. There is like, I mean,
Austin's been on the gay dating apps. Wait. Is he like in an open relationship or something? Was he not? I thought that was like his boyfriend or something that was like, honey, calm down or whatever. Like, honey, relax. And then didn't he call him babe? I thought that's what he was talking about. I feel like that might just be a lie. Yeah, Austin Show is in a relationship with fellow Twitch streamer Christian. I feel like he's just fucking lying. Wait, I think he's just lying. Wait, what? They're just looking for a third. they're just looking for a third real quick. I'm actually wondering now. Because maybe they're just in an open relationship. I don't know. That could be the answer for it. But I feel like that's just a lie.
And on the apps. That's so funny. There is like, I mean, it's true. Apple removes Chinese gay dating apps on government or
Used to have a Chinese coworker who was gay, and he absolutely hated the Chinese government. From what I've seen, when I was looking into it, the Chinese government has decriminalized homosexuality since 1997. But notice my phrasing. They decriminalized homosexuality, but they did not implement any policies to prevent discrimination for LGBTQ people. So in any openly homosexual or any openly LGBTQ AI plus member could receive social social stigma, discrimination in their jobs, in their housing, stuff like that, and it's completely legal. They're completely allowed to do that. And obviously it's it's decriminalized, so they won't go to jail for being gay. They can go outside and they can kiss each other and they can be they can hold hands in public. That's cool. But that isn't the same as it just being everything's good and well. He did not feel safe there at all. Yeah, it was literally us 10 to 15 years. Yeah, exactly. Decriminalizing is not legalizing. Exactly.
order. Okay, but that's Apple. Blued and Finca, two of China's most...
I hope it's not the case, but as someone who used to watch Hasan's content, Austin being gay always felt like the butt of every joke. It felt like they distilled his identity to gay man. Which is it's kind of par for the course, I'd say. Hasan just is a very insensitive person at the end of the day, and I think that's kind of what it comes down to. He has no sensitivity for any type of people. And it starts with his idea of like, I don't respect any religion. You don't respect anybody. That's the problem. You will respect anybody so far as they agree with you, and as soon as they are in your perceived opposition, then they're like an enemy worth like the biggest type of backlash. But it's all about like where you fit into Hasan's puzzle, basically. Like if you aren't part of it, if you aren't a cog in his machine, then you're a cog against it. Not even a token, but that was his whole identity and everything about him as a person. It always rubbed me the wrong way. I have a lot of Chinese friends in grad school, and most of them only criticize the government being closed doors, or only criticize the government behind closed doors, which makes sense. It's just if you have dual citizenship like that, like where you are like there at times, you risk, like I'm saying, political imprisonment. And that is a no-go. That is an L. I mean, Austin may not feel that way. It's just how it came across to me, yeah. And I think that is like an important part, because I mean, he is friends with Hasan at the end of the day. He's a grown man who's able to make his own decisions and decide what he does and doesn't find offensive. So we can only give Hasan so much shit on that level because they are friends, you know. But I will say that I don't know for sure. Maybe, like I'm saying, maybe they are in an open relationship, but to me that just feels like a bit of an assumption, but I don't know. Like, you guys are streaming. Does he really have time to go like on a hookup? Like, it just feels a bit weird. I guess Hasan was having time to go hit brothels up though, so who knows what he's doing in China. No sensitivity to time, space, experience, people, animals, anything. Quite literally anything. He hasn't learned empathy yet. Is he as old as iDubbbz? Ian Jomha, age. 35. Hasan Piker age. 34. Okay, so okay, he's almost there. Or how old did he say he didn't hit it till like 32 or something? Is that what he said? So Hasan should have he only hit empathy recently, relatively recently.
Popular gay dating app suddenly disappeared from Apple's Chinese.
Yeah, and so specifically, Apple removed 2 gay dating sites from their app store. But then there are other like app phones, which Hasan points out, like Huawei and other stuff. But there are also bans on those sites on Huawei, I believe, as well.
His app store fanning fears among LGBTQ people. Dude, that's Apple.
I just love that he reads to comply with government's order. To comply with government's order. That's Apple, bro. That's Apple.
Wait, this happened yesterday?
Hasan is just a walking soundbite. Everything he says sounds so dopey. Every time he talks, it just sounds so dopey.
Like, just watch the stream, and you will see.
Yes, the apps were banned on Huawei as well, or were removed. Sorry, they're not banned, but they were removed.
Like Austin's been on the apps. That's so funny. There is like, I mean, it's true. Apple removes Chinese gay dating apps on government order. Okay, but that's Apple.
That's Apple.
Blued and Finca, 2 of China's most popular gay dating apps, suddenly disappeared from Apple's Chinese app store, fanning fears among LGBTQ people. Dude, that's Apple.
Dude, that's Apple, though. Clown.
Wait, this happened yesterday?
Like, I mean, at this point, I think it's fair to say that Hasan is a tool. He's an actual tool. He's a tool for the Chinese government, and he is just a tool in general.
Okay, I'm gonna go ask people if it's like still available on Huawei. Because guess what? Not everything you read.
Yeah, he's also exposed. I mean, even if they are using the gay dating apps, because like I'm saying, maybe they're in an open relationship. I don't know. But if they are using the gay dating apps, they're technically being taken down to comply with government orders. So if they're using it, you saying this might go against some type of government restriction that's happening right now, and could put them in some kind of risk. So also just kind of throwing your friends under the bus in a way too. But anything to jerk off China, I guess.
In news media is as it seems, is all I'm saying when it comes to stuff like this. Especially considering that even the likes of Newsweek, for example, those apps are super fucking popular. For the record, those apps are super popular. For the record, just so you know. And I assume, I mean, I might be totally wrong on this, but I assume they
This is totally me when I am tung sahur.
Might have done it for like data related reasons, like privacy related reasons, as far as like, it's kind of like Grindr. I think Grindr was about to be sold. Grindr was about to be sold to a Chinese company.
This reminds me of my friend that got paid to move to Russia and spew propaganda. Like, it's so What? Your friend got paid to go spew propaganda? That's crazy. Where do I sign up? Oh, what's the payout? What's the payout, huh? It's this easy, huh?
And then they refused to. Yeah, see? Top G is correct. We tried to buy Grindr and expanded to China, but your Congress blocked the sale because they feared of being outed. Literally. Grindr was supposed to be sold to a Chinese company, I'm pretty sure. and the American government literally blocked that deal from happening because they were like, no, too many of our dudes are assumed that this is basically the reverse version.
Amazing stuff. And here is man is upset. He's being criticized for spreading Chinese propaganda.
Thought about it for
I do like on live stream fails, they've stopped having, they don't want to be getting brigaded by Hasan fans. So they've started changing it to the man instead of Hasan. It'll be like man in yellow jacket, guy on street, stuff like that.
Brief moment, which is that China is just another country, just like any other country. There's good, there's bad.
So let's talk about some of the bad. On this propaganda tour, talk about a little bit of the bad and see how quickly you get fucked. Like, come on, man. Try it out.
There's criticisms.
Like what? Let's hear them.
You can make, which I do.
When?
And also, there's a lot of good. The people are great.
And then he's going to give examples. Oh my God. There's a lot of bad stuff. There's, bad things that happen like any country. Like every country has bad stuff. I talk about it all. They got bad stuff too. But they also got a lot of good stuff. The people are great. Let's hear it. How many things he lists? Oh, that's all he's got. Maybe he's got more. Oh my God. The communism. What he fucking... I'm actually like...
The food is amazing. The culture is...
The people are nice and the food is good. The culture impeccable.
It's amazing.
It's good. It's good. I've had fun and I like it. Like, just saying nothing. Again, that's a statement you could make about literally any country. That is a statement. What you just said about how you can say there's bad stuff like any country. You could say that exact same, oh, they've got nice people. The culture's awesome. They've got good food. Like, that is so nothing. Come on.
And...
Is he drunk in that? Is that what this one is? Is he just faded? He might just be super faded.
I am very fortunate. I'm very fortunate.
Here, I gotta match his level. We gotta reach the Hasan level of faded.
Fortunate to be able to actually experience it firsthand, right? But of course, all the foreign affairs people who are aware of me are not very fond of my they're not very fond of my China trip. Hasan Piker slowly becoming the new Jackson Hinkle doing Chinese prop.
Jet lag is brutal. It's like 19 hours. It's worse coming back too. Weed chat indeed. I just coughed so hard. Jet lag is brutal. I saw this great video. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Amazon medicine man visits US. This video is awesome. I just want to hear the part where he talks about a plane. This is the best description of jet lag ever. Plane. Where's... Oh, is it only in the translation? Might be hard to find because I think it is only in the... I think it's right here. Oh, wait. Come on. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Sorry, it's like right in the beginning. I didn't need to skip ahead.
No seu spirit.
Oh, that's what it was. I went too far. Oh no. Well, it literally is the beginning of the video. My bad. I'll just play it. I'm gonna play it without audio though, and I'll translate with the subtitles for anybody listening. I came to the city of New York directly from the rainforest. It's a very long trip. First you arrive physically, and you are very tired. But only after a while your soul gets here too, because the plane is very fast. But the soul takes longer to arrive. And if that doesn't describe jet lag, I don't know what does. Your soul just takes a minute to get there. Your soul's catching up. Sorry, I haven't watched that video in like a while.
Propaganda for a living, insane. Yeah, it's stuff like this. It's stuff like this that I find to be so strange. Because, like, you should be able to go to countries, okay? Like, there is no comparison between China and, like, Israel, for example. You know what I mean? Like, nobody gives me this much grief.
I mean, here's the thing. We can talk about the way that America like sidesteps around the idea of like political prisoners by having other like, you know, ways that they classify stuff, but like the difference is that China doesn't need to sidestep it because they quite literally just like arrest people with like dissenting opinions. Like as basic as that. That is the difference.
When I go to Japan, okay, like nobody's like, dude, I can't believe you've traveled to Japan and you love, oh God, this guy's mentality is so stupid. 3 people with almost identical foreign policy stances. Oh my God.
Yeah, why is it wrong though?
Finnish PhD candidate. Oh.
He's a PhD candidate, so tell him why this is wrong though. Honestly, he's been described as the Alex Jones of the left. He might be the Nick Fuentes of the left, yeah. Maybe. He never explains his points. He just asserts he is correct. No, yeah, he just goes, "Oh my God."
Oh my God. Why is NatSeg Twitter like this? I mean, it makes sense.
You're right. The first thing he ever said that was correct. True.
Condemn or condone NATO?
I condemn. I think it's a thorn. It's a protection racket.
Do not listen to this beautiful man. This is tanky nonsense. And frankly, it's upsetting to see from someone as educated.
Hearing somebody say no to NATO? Bro, take a hike. Come on. It's like the simplification of saying, "Oh, the Polish are shooting at the Belarusians trying to cross the border. Look at the border control, it's crazy," without understanding the whole like the fact that Lukashenko is literally like sending the migrants across, being like, "You could make it to Europe through there," and then just they're trying to send. They are the bordering country for NATO and trying to like, you know, defend their borders because of the threat of expansion that has already been seen. And I don't know too much about Lukashenko. I'm saying that right? It's Lukashenko? Lukashenko. I didn't even remember it last time. Lukashenko, the president of Belarus. And what they're doing in Poland is fucked up. Like they're just shooting at migrants and sending them back into like the like marshes basically, and then they're dying of starvation and shit. It is fucked up. But again, it's a complicated issue. And just saying like, "Oh, look at the Russians," it completely neglects to look at somebody like Lukashenko, who's been in presidency for almost as long as Putin, or might be as long as Putin. Let me look like Lukash. Because Putin's been on and off, yeah. 1999 to 2000, 2000 to 2008, and then 2012 till current Lukashenko's just been president since 1994. And he is a war criminal. I know that. Political boom or doom. Is Hasan the Costco guys of politics? No, that's quite yeah, good or bad NATO. Go. Even that question is like such an oversimplification that answering that is so dumb. Like, you shouldn't have even answered that. You should have been like, I feel like that's a super oversimplification of what NATO represents. So I don't necessarily even feel feel it's fair for me to speak on whether or not NATO is good or bad. There you go. There is an answer that kind of sidesteps the question, where you don't need to say that NATO is good, but you aren't saying that it should just be completely removed, because there are literal, actual, like, needs to NATO, as we can see. I'm tired of the oversimplification in politics, to be honest. He self-proclaimed. He proclaims himself as educated because he went to college. Like, congrats, my dude. Didn't he just go for, like, doesn't he just have political science degree or something?
That's Hasan. Just look at this time lapse.
Honestly, bragging about your political science degree only looks like an L. It never speaks too kindly on you. It never gives you favorability in, like, your authority, but it does look really bad if you're unknowledgeable on certain topics.
This is European borders since 1300 to 1949. What do you see here? Constant changes, aggression, territorial expansion, consistently, which resulted in that time into approximately 100 million people having their lives lost. All of that stopped in 1949. Not a single individual in NATO, nor on behalf of NATO, has lost their lives as a result of territorial expansion. NATO is a good thing. NATO's complex. There's areas, of course, that are up for debate, and I know...
Okay, so he got a degree. He got a degree, a dual degree in political science and communication studies. He sucks at communication, so good job. But he graduated cum laude. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, he graduated cum laude from Rutgers. Crazy. Yeah, with honors. Cum laude is like with distinction. Yeah. Yo, that's crazy.
Know that many that hold this tanky view will talk about Libya, we'll talk about the Balkans, and we'll talk about the war on terror. Well, I've published numerous times on these topics, and I'm happy to debate and dive into those more in detail. There are some issues, but overall, NATO is a fantastic thing. We owe much of our security in the world to NATO, and today we're seeing that in Ukraine, that if Ukraine was in NATO, there wouldn't be the Russian invasion.
I wasn't making a cum joke. I was making a cum joke. We always making cum joke here. Everything's just a big sex joke, isn't it? That's my whole life has just been a sex joke between my parents, right? That's what happens. Education is not qualification, so true. And yeah, dual degree doesn't really mean anything. Having degrees means becoming like a PhD or something can mean a little bit more. But what it means, at least, is that you've taken the time and dedicated yourself to a to a specialization. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you are highly qualified and to speak authoritatively on that specialization. You might just have a special interest. We always make cum joke here. We always making cum joke here. Captain Quasar, 2025. Put that on my headstone. But here's Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty has been arrested in Miami on charges including drug possession and resisting arrest. Oh, I just realized I haven't even put up a... It's 20 minutes late. They're already 20 minutes late. I haven't even put up a poll yet. It wasn't... It doesn't even matter, right? We knew this was coming. But I'll throw it up right now. Let's see how much later they'll be.
What? No.
I got him. Hey, yo, you don't want to go neither. Back up. I'm just saying I got it. Back up. Don't worry about it. Back up. Yo, back up. Yo.
Chill. Go to the sidewalk now. Go to the sidewalk now. You want to go with him?
Funny. I want to be fucking funny.
Go to the sidewalk now.
I want to be funny. You say to get on the street, go on the fucking street. I know who the fuck you think you are, bro. No, you're fucking not.
He was trying.
Like, after I fucking do this, who the fuck are you, bro?
I was trying to walk up the street.
Doesn't matter, bro. All you had to do was get in the fucking sidewalk. That's it. And you want to be fucking funny. That's it, bro.
Free JD. You're great.
Everything gotta be some goddamn content, man.
Ooh. I did like this cop just yelling in his face. It was pretty funny.
Doesn't matter, bro. All you had to do was get in the fucking sidewalk. That's it.
All you had to do was get on the fucking sidewalk. That's it. I don't know why it's saying he was arrested on charges including drug possession and resisting arrest. Maybe the person he was with was, or like, but it sounds like he was being told to like step back and he was trying to play funny and bro got arrested for it. But I do want to know a little bit more about this because Jack Doherty is a little shit. So we are going to watch an Atozi video on the subject. But first, there is a new community post from Fupa Troopa that he wants me to look at. So let me take a look. Oh, I think we talked about this earlier, Fupa. Mr. Troopa. Introducing snarkbrain.com, a searchable archive debunking misinformation about the H3 podcast, Ethan and Hila. We are still in development. Much more will be included. I'll also be posting one quick video for each topic on my Insta and TikTok, so it's easily shareable. H3 Snark Lies. And yeah, we looked at it for a second, and I was thinking maybe at some point you could expand this website, maybe get your own admins, and try and create almost like a wiki of anti-snark stuff, where you could kind of do it across different communities, where you could allow people to submit for like some kind of thing. I do think that this might have some legs to stand on, Fupa Troopa. Yeah, Evie spilled the beans on us. We got a thumbnail? She's back! Colleen Ballinger is back and already canceled? I'm surprised. I don't know what that means. I guess we'll see. Only 22 minutes late so far. Hasn't started yet. But I do like the little brain that you put as the logo. I like that. An online host suggests Ethan fed his dog shredded cheese, leading to kidney failure. So yeah, and just expanding upon these, having like a bit, some links to stuff. Maybe include, oh, these are real nice, the way you have this set up right now. Made with peace and love by Grape Tickler? Gun Teddy? I don't know what that one is. This is definitely Grape Tickler here. And anonymous H3 community members. Nose GR, I don't know who any of these are. And Sparkle. My favorite is Sparkle and Fupa Troopa. I love me some grape tickling though too. Grape tickling is my favorite pastime. Yeah, I didn't was gone for good. She just knows some drama happened. It's time to take a break for a minute. Time to lay on that nest egg. You should add a little, maybe a little arrow or like a little smaller text that says click for more so people know that, so it's a little bit more obvious. And honestly, if you were able to eventually add some links to some clips, maybe like using the, here's like the best sites I can give you. Use h3lore.com. Sorry, I'm like a lot because I'm trying to think of it. And then if you want to do searching through stuff, use filmot.com. I think this is how a lot of people stuff. Oh, look what I have my searches are. Nakba, Noba. Oh, this is because I was searching. That's so funny. I was searching through a transcript, and that's what these are from. Because for some reason it was when who was it? Was it Cruel World Happy Mind? Someone was talking about the Nakba, and it kept coming up as Noba in the transcript, so I had to search Noba. Ovaries, ovarian, can't have children. That was me looking up the Trisha stuff. Oh, yeah, these are me looking up Trisha stuff. This is text you can look up, so you can search things. It was me trying to find other instances of me trying to find instances of Trisha talking about her I forget what it was. Now I'm forgetting. I'm gonna have to look through it again. There are reference links? Where at? Oh, is that what these are? Oh, okay. So you do have some refs. Some refs in here. True. I would say my one thing would just be make these more noticeable. Like, I know it seems bulky, but if you literally just make it say like in a like a parenthetical saying like link to article or something, it might help. Or adding like the citations down below so that people can see the full citations. What site is this? This is snarkbrain.com. H3 Snark Lies, Snarkbrain, a pejorative term for a collective online mindset characterized by pervasive cynicism and the systematic distortion of truth, used to organize and justify coordinated hate campaigns against an online creator. Is the audio messing up for anybody else, or is it just YouTube being fucky again? But Filmot is a great way to look through stuff. I gotta add words here. I'll add my ovaries are. Let's see. Verify you're a human. Maybe I should do this on the other page first, just in case. What the fuck? Okay. Delete that. Boom, boom, boom. I am a human. No results for that. What about oh, this is H3 Productions. I should have an H3 podcast. H3 podcast. This is the best way to use Filmot, though. Did that add it? That did. Include, search. Let's do this search. Day of my daughters. I'm trying to see if we can find all the instances of him doing the
Day of my son's birth. Now, how mature? Clear my words of wisdom are too much for you.
The mistake of watching that
really?
one. We commissioned.
Filmot's stupid. Yeah, I forgot. You have to look through all of these. Whatever. I don't care enough. If you want to search for stuff a little bit, though, and you haven't used it, use Filmot. It's a good site. Yeah, we're working with UI experts to improve those details. Sounds smart. Sounds like you're thinking ahead. Words of wisdom. You want some words of wisdom? Don't be like Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty. What was that? Isn't the family the Dohertys? The Doherty 10? Yeah, the Doherty dozen. Y'all ever heard of them? The Doherty dozen. Just a few kids. Jack is their long-lost child. The unlucky 13th Doherty. Jack Doherty arrested and facing 7 years prison. Oh no.
It is safe to say Jack Doherty's year just keeps getting worse because he was just arrested. The dude, known for harassing strangers on the street.
Oh. My internet go out?
Known for harassing strangers on the street.
Oh, no. Never mind. I think we get it. He got arrested. I was mostly going to watch this just to fill the time. He got arrested. Oh, a statement from the PD? I do want to read that. Last evening, Miami Beach police arrested social media influencer Jack Doherty as he was walking in the middle of a busy street while live streaming and ignoring repeated officer demands to clear the roadway. Bravo to the men and women of Miami Beach PD. That's what I thought, yeah. But thanks so much for joining in. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but I am going to post a video that's a stream clip of me doing the map. So look out for that if you want to go like me doing map content. But again, thank you so much for watching. This is Captain Quasar signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe.